YouTube! What's up, y'all? We are showing off my X-Antibody deck profile today for the BT8 format. X-Antibody is basically about that big black tower that can attack your opponent, can do extra damage, and can attack multiple times potentially thanks to BT8 cards. I gotta be real. At the start of my testing, I wasn't a big fan of this deck, but the more and more I played it, I actually really like the deck. I really freaking like this deck. It's just wonderful. It's great. I love it. And what's even better is that it has one of the highest win rates right now amongst all my BT8 testing. It's very up there. This deck will definitely be a tier 1 deck. You guys need to plan to see it in tournaments if you're not going to be playing it yourself, and you got to know how to beat it. How to beat the big black tower. That's very important. So if you guys like the deck, like the video as well, comment what you think, subscribe to the notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these basic Digimon videos go live. Yeah, let's go ahead and show off this deck profile. I'm only playing 4 eggs, 4 Doraemon. It's objectively the best X-Antibody egg. What this card says is once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digimon card under this card, Digimon, draw a card. It's once per turn draw power at X-Antibody. And it's not hard to stick sources into your tower. So you're drawing cards all the time. It's very cool. Rookies! Okay, we play 4 Doraemon from BT7. Not max rarity, because, you know, we're not all about that life. However, Doraemon on play, real top 3, add an X-Antibody and a Coda to your hand. Rest go to the bottom. Inheritable is really good. Once per turn, when you stack a Digivolution card underneath the stack, it gains a memory, which is very strong. It includes itself if it does it. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. And then we're playing 4 Ryudamon, a new card in BT8. On play, real top 3, you add a X-Antibody and a Yuji. A Yuji to your hand. And then the Inheritable gives your tower all turns Decoy. Decoy is pretty fun. So yeah, we play 8 of these because we're maxing out on our X-Antibody rookies, because you need your X-Antibody cards in order to stack your stuff. This deck is all about stacking. Yep, stacking. Now, the rest of the rookies are kind of all over the place. I've went through like 4 builds of this deck until I got to a build I like, and this is the build that I like, and it has the highest win rate of all of them. I'm playing 2 Sun Horizonmon. Now, this is half intentional, half accidental. I'm playing 2 because my other 2 are being lent out. Okay. However, I wanted to try 2 in the deck, because last format you could play 0, and it was fine. I'm here to report to tell you that 2 Sun Horizonmon is fine. You can play 4, and you'll be okay. You'll be fine. But 2 is okay. I'm playing 2, but if you want to play 4, like, all the power to you. You go for it. I'm also playing 2 Toyagumon. It just gives you reboot. We all know what Toyagumon does. I have nothing to say about it. These were originally Sun Horizonmons. It does give you reboot, though. Sometimes you don't have your X-Antibody reboot card, so it's good to have. Sometimes. Yep. The final rookie, the 13th rookie, is a Chumon, because Memory Denial is very good. So we are playing 13 rookies in the deck. 13 rookies, I think, is more than enough. I have 1 in 14 a little point, because sometimes these rookies, you don't want to essentially, like, evolve on top of them if you don't have to. It's cool because they have inheritables and such, but you either want to play them or even save them in your hand for X-Antibody shenanigans. But besides that, I think it's fine. It's a good rookie lineup. I don't have any major complaints. Like I said, if you guys want to play more Sun Horizonmons and more Chumons over Toyagus, go ahead. It's honestly probably fine. It's probably fine. Level 4s. 4 of the new guy. Ginryumon. It's an opponent's turn blocker. That's all this card is. And it's the X-Antibody. Very strong card. We're playing 4 of the X-Antibody from last set, Dorugamon. Opponent's turn. While you have another Digimon to play with X-Antibody in its traits, or an X-Antibody in traits, or this card, it becomes blocker. So, it's not bad. It gives you additional blocker. In my opinion, I think this card is ass. Actually terrible. I like the Inheritable better, though. It gives you plus 1000 DP. That's really cool. If I could play less copies of this card, I would. However, it is the next Antibody card. So you have to play it because of that. You have to max out on the ratios of your X-Antibody cards. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. But this card, I don't like it at all. Like, if we had another X-Antibody card, I'd play it instead of this one for sure. And then the other one, we're playing 4 Grumblemon. Now, because sometimes you can go black global for game, and that's perfectly okay. But sometimes you go through a lot of tamers, and you need to keep your rookies in hand, or like X-Antibody rookies in hand, or play them. So like because we play a lot of tamers, you can start a stack with Grumblemon, and then work your way up. So I think 4 Grumblemon is actually super, super important, especially because we are playing 8 tamers in this deck. Fun fact. Yep. 12 champions, no issues. No issues. I wish Dorugamon wasn't so bad, but besides that, it's all good. My girlfriend looks like a Grumblemon. Oh, it's funny. I hope your girlfriend doesn't watch this video. Level 5s. 4 Hisyaryumon. I probably butchered that name. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these names. I can't say these cards' names. Now, this card is broken. I don't use that term lightly, but when I say something is broken, it's crazy. It's effing insane. This card reads, your turn. When one of your effects places a Digivolution card on this Digimon, you may Digivolve this Digimon into a Digimon card in your hand with X-Antibody and its traits by paying its cost. When it would Digivolve by this effect, you reduce the cost by 1. This card lets you battle phase evolve, which is cool, which is really freaking cool. You can swing if you're at 0, and you can evolve and do some really ignorant things that I will show you in a bit. The opponent's turn, it gains Reboot, which is really cool. But again, you don't always have it, which is why we do play Toy-Agumons right now. And of course, we are playing 4 Dorogreymon. When Digivolving, you can stack a card in a stack to make it invulnerable for the turn by card effects, reducing DP. And then Inheritable Security +1. Pretty good card. Yeah, these are the only ultimates we play. These are the only black X-Antibody level 5s, so we do play them. Very important. Now, the new X-Antibody deck in BT8 focuses, kind of, in my opinion, around Alphamon. Now, I have went back and forth on this card, playing anywhere from 3 to 4. I'm currently settled on 3, but, like, you can play 4, and you probably be fine. This card, for those of you that do not remember Alphamon, it has a security effect where if it's in security, it adds to your hand, and if you have a World Ender X-Antibody on the field, 12 Digimon on your opponent's side of the field can't attack, which is funny. It's easy to work around in a deck like Imperial sometimes, but against other decks, it's kind of like really fucking annoying. So keep that in mind. Then when attacking, you can pay up to 5 memory. It gets 1000 DP for each, which is really cool. And then end of attack, gain 2 memory. So if you attack with this thing and you don't use this effect to pay memory, it's an attack that gains you 2 memory, as long as it stays on the field. Very strong. Now, what makes Alphamon super cracked this set? This new X-Antibody level 6 toy, Oryumon. This card is also insane, for different reasons. The card, if this combos with Alphamon because the inheritable, end of attack once per turn, if this card is Alphamon, unsuspend. Very strong indeed. Alphamon is insane. But besides that, it has good effects on its own. The Evolves for 4, which is kind of weird. You try not to evolve it, to be honest. You try not to. But if you do, when Digivolving, you can play a card with X-Antibody and its traits under the card to, I can't even read this card. Delete something with a play cost of 7 or less. Digimon play cost 7 or less. Fine card. I barely use this card's effect. I barely evolve this card. I think I've evolved on this card twice. Maybe 3 times. Ever. Then your turn once per turn, when you place something underneath this, it gets 2000 DP and cannot be deleted by your opponent's card effects. So it's like Dorogreymon, basically. So we play 3 of it because we are doing the combo. Now, I was trying a variant that was 4 of this and 4 of this. I liked it a lot. I did like it a whole lot. It was very good. But we are now playing 2 Dorogoromon. We are playing 2 of it. Oh man, I really cannot say card names today. My god. So Dorogoromon is the card that you'd play that used to play BT7 X-Antibody, the big boss monster. Now it's like the backup boss monster. Now Alphamon is really your boss monster. This card is just kind of here. But during your turn, for every X-Antibody, traits plus what gets 1000 DP, very strong. Then once per turn, you place a card in it with X-Antibody in its stack, and then you delete 2 of your opponent's Digimon with play costs less than equal to the Digivolution cards on the card. It kills 2 things. That's a very good card. The reason I'm playing 2 of it right now is because I needed more removal, and like playing Alphamon Turbo was great, but it was very glass cannon. This at least gives you a control element. What are you guys talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Am I... What? What is... What? What? Card can still DP can be deleted. When you put Digivolution card under your stack, first ability, you may place a card under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon play cost 7 or less. It says when you attach to any stack. Oh. So like if you have this stack and you have this stack and this, and you stack something under here, this activates. That's what you guys are saying. When Digivolving, you may place a card under any stack to delete. That's okay. All right. Erratas are cool, chat. Erratas are cool. Again, I don't think it's ever come up because I've only evolved this card 3 times, but we got there. Thanks to Twitch chat. Poggers Twitch chat. Anyway, that's it for our Digimon. We play 41 Digimon in total. And the deck is really, really aggressive. Tamers. For Memory Tamer, Coda. Memory Tamer. And then on play, reveal top 4 cards out of X-Antibody hand. Really good. Now, for the new Tamer, Yuji. This card works like Agumon and Gabumon tie in mat, basically. If you promote X-Antibody, you gain a memory and draw a card. Very good. And then, when your turn, when any of your black Digimon X-Antibody and its traits attacks, you suspend this to place the next Antibody from your hand under the stack. That's a really good card. Before I get into the main combo, I'm going to show you the 50th card. The last card in this deck. The card that wins games. Metal Cannon. Okay, Metal Cannon. For those of you that are unaware, this card is a broken draw card. It is basically draw a card for each card in your stack. Now, some people will disagree. Some people will say this card is ass. But when you draw 5 cards with this card, it's just lit. It's the best. It feels so good to draw 5 cards for 2 memory. This card can literally be anything. This is the 50th card. This is the 50th card. And to everyone that says you don't need draw power, you have search power. Draw power and search power are not the same. Especially, okay. Rant time, Mario rant time. You want to know what the problem with this card is? And the problem with this card? They flip-flop. If this reveals this, you're fucked. If this reveals this, you're fucked. Draw power. Draw power. This card has won games. It has won so many games. You don't even know. This card has fixed my hand. If you guys disagree with me, you let me know exactly why you disagree with me. But this card, I'm in love with this card. There are other options though. Black Memory Boost is one option, but again, it's not draw power. You can play Black Memory Boost, reveal 4 cards and add 1, or you can draw 4 cards. I think the choice is obvious. I have tried Black Memory Boost. It's cool. The memory does come in handy. It's better than the draw. Sometimes. But sometimes you really need the draw. And just assuming that you're going to get your search power off because you have search power? No. Nuh-uh. I don't think so. Man, I've never seen my Twitch chat so tilted in a deck profile before. This is crazy. I cannot wait for the toxicity to ensue in the comments section. I have won games I would have lost if not for Metal Cannonball, because I would not have drawn the cards to win the game. Would you rather win or lose? I think that's obvious. I think that's obvious. It's my opinion about Isiryujin. That's the D-Digivolve pop card, right? It's fine. Metal Cannonball at one point was that card. It's fine. It's a good card. You guys don't have to play it. You guys don't have to play. That's the best part about free speech in the world. You can build your black deck the way you want to. You can build it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. My deck could change. My deck could change next week. And next week, I might not be running Metal Cannon. I might be running something else. But as of right now, I am playing Metal Cannonball. And if you guys don't like it, you can suck on
these nuts.
The combo. So you bring this up. Let's say you're at 0. I don't know. What? Okay. Let's say you're at 1. You bring this up, you draw a card with this, and you go to 2. That's fine. So what you do here is you swing. Okay, you swing with this. You use Yuji's effect to put Oriyumon underneath the card in order to evolve into Alphamon for 2. And then you get whatever inheritables you get. You get Doraemon draw. Great. So Alphamon swings, and assuming it survives the battle, Oriyumon activates, unsuspending it. And you gain 2 memory. So what you can do now is just swing again if you want to, and gain 2 more memory after the battle. It's really good. That's, as simple as that is, that's really the main combo. It really is. Alphamon Turbo combo, and then you just do whatever you want because you have all the extra memory to work with. You know what I mean? It's really good. But you do run into situations where, like, I'll give you an example of a play that's come up, why this is broken. I've had basically this, and this before. I've had like something like this before. What I've done, I was at 2. What I did is I promoted for turn, gained a memory, I drew a card, okay. And then I evolved into Hisari for 3. I drew a card. I swung with this, used this to do this. And then you evolve into Alphamon for 2. You draw. And then you unsuspend. Gain the 2 back. It's still your turn. You can still swing again. And you can still do things. Let's get Doraemon draw. Sure. Assuming it survives the battle. It'll survive the battle. What's the problem? You just attack a Digimon. It survives the battle. It's not hard. What a common play with Imperial is, you know, they go Imperial, they play with 2 little dudes. So you evolve into this, you draw a card, you do the thing, you attack over Imperial, it's already fucking huge, it's a fucking big black tower, and then you stick something underneath it, and then you're killing their level 4s they bring out, and the Imperial. Now, not everyone plays into that. However, sometimes you don't have a choice, you know what I mean? And sometimes they might just restand their Imperial. But if they restand their Imperial, that's fine. Because this reboots, and they literally need Paladin mode or something crazy to get rid of it. I am really excited to see the comment section on this YouTube video. Keep in mind that we do live in a free world, and that you can play whatever you want. Your Metal Cannon can be anything else. Anything else. But I do like this deck. This deck list right now has a very high win rate against Imperial, Mastermon, Black War Greymon, and Armor Rush. And I think that's really good. If it has a really high win rate against those decks, it's doing fine. And this is the most successful variant I've had of X-Antibody. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Peace out.